Alright, so now I've got all the parts laid out that we're going to need for our next phase. I've got all the new pins laid out. We're going to go with factory serrated, and pin number 1 and 2. I'm going to reuse the serrated spools out of 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to put those in 3, 4, and 6. I'm going to use a serrated spool on 5 as well. Also, pin 4, we're going to actually change the key up on this one. We're going to put a real long pin, number 8 pin on number 4 as well. So in this segment, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and get the plug and the Bible threaded. So basically all you need is a 432 tap, your standard drill, and put it on low speed and just let those threads go on down. And as soon as your plug wants to turn your hand a little bit, you've got it. And we're just going to rinse and repeat on every single one of these. Okay, and that's that on that one. And I'll be doing the rest of them, but I wanted to go ahead and show you the plug, or the Bible, because we're going to do the same thing to the Bible. You just go through those pre-cut holes on the bottom, and once you get there, you just start threading slow. Okay. So in the next segment, I'll have all of these threaded up for you, and then we're going to start work on the key. Alright, once we have these threaded, you kind of want to take your flat file and just lightly file the edges just where that has gotten it marred up just a little bit. You can kind of see the threads in the camera just a little bit. And that looks like that's gotten care of that. And inside the Bible itself, I take my rounded file and I'll file right up top here a little bit to get any burrs off. And then I'll file right here a little bit. That's just deburring the edges, that way they don't lock up in the cylinder. Because you don't want your cylinder and your Bible to just bind without the keys doing it, because you'll just have lock failure. Alright, next what we're going to try to do is we're going to recut position 4 on this lock. So, put the key in. Still got a little bit of, yeah, it fits a little bit better now. I had a little bit of shavings down in the lock. So what we do is we're going to go ahead and set the pin in position 4. And then what we do now is we just take our file and we just grind it down to where it fits. And I don't need to show you guys the whole grinding process. When we come back, I'll go ahead and show you that it's done. Alright, I've got my key cut now. You can see I've got the set for the number 8 pin right down here as well. Said all you do is just take your round file and just file off like that. Now it'll make some straight up and down lines for you. So once you get done with that, you want to take your flat file and you just want to file these back to an angle. And a lot of times when I custom pin a lock like that, I'll actually file the little up notches on the key itself to smooth. That way it slides in and out of the keyway a little bit easier with the customization there. So once you get your key made, go and slide it back in, make sure all your pins line up, and they do fairly well. You can tell they're flush with the shear line there. Come on, baby, focus. There we go. So the next step, as I like to do, is just to check to make sure there's no ticks. Just with the key pins in, I like to go ahead and stick it in the cylinder, see if there's any major ticks. Right now it's operating fairly smooth. There's nothing getting caught up on the shear lines there. So let's go ahead and take that back out. We'll go ahead and load up the Bible. And then we'll get going from there. Alright, we've got all the pins put back in the lock. Let's go ahead and put this lock back together and see if it works good or not. See if we got any snags or anything. That is going in super tight. Mainly it's my follower making it tight. It's just a smidge too big. Okay, a little bit rough going in for the first time. Let me go ahead and put this C-clip in so I can pull it apart without throwing my pins all over the room here. A little tight going in, and it's getting a little tight right here. So let me just round that a little bit with the file. And let's see if that made it any better. That made it a lot better. It does work. A slight tick at the shear line, but I'm not going to worry about this because, heck, I'm not going to be using it on a daily basis. It's just going to be a practice lock. So let's go ahead and put them back in. I'm not going to use that plate on this one because, like I said, it is just going to be a practice lock. And that's a plate that I can reuse somewhere else. Generally, even on challenge locks, I won't even put that plate in. And I gotta find my screwdriver wherever in the world I put it. There we go. Fairly easy 5-pin lock converted, changed into a fairly challenging 6-pin lock. And somebody's going to love seeing this when I mail it to them. Alright, thanks for watching. Stay safe. Don't do anything illegal, guys. And please like and subscribe to my videos.